Patch 13.13 is here, and honestly, this patch is looking like trouble. I wouldn't be surprised if Riot has to hotfix or be-patch some of the more glaring issues that this patch is bringing to the table. As you might have noticed, one of the major issues that is plaguing set 9 at the moment is the Bastion trade, with Ginzo and Locket spamming. Players are rushing for level 9, with Kayle and Aphelios as their carries, and then they cap out their board with legendaries. While this is definitely one of the comps that deserves to be on the chopping block, I want to talk about something new that will join with the next patch, which is the triple Shojin Jinx. Shoutout to Goody, he made me aware of this comp a few days ago and published a great video on the topic, so you should definitely check out his channel as well. I still wanted to make my own video about this topic because there are some specific interactions that I wanted to share. First of all, why do you want triple Shojin? Well, with patch 13.13, Akshan and Jinx their abilities will now count as auto attacks. This means they can proc Hurricane, generate Ginzo stacks, and in Jinx her case, she can also profit of the bonus mana from Shojin, as she specifically is not mana locked after casting her ability. She fires a total of 5 rockets, so every Shojin will generate 25 mana. Since she has a base of 75, she will be full mana after every rocket lands. She does not require to do a single auto attack between her ults, so she will pretty much cast her ability from start to finish without any breaks. Not only is she dealing a significant amount of damage, this also has some other implications. Her rockets generate gunner stacks. Halfway through her second cast, she will be fully stacked with a bunch of bonus AD, making both the 4 and 6 gunner trait incredibly powerful in the setup. So how should you play this comp? The easiest way to force this is obviously to take Twisted Fate as your legend, to guarantee yourself 3 Shojins, coupled with good frontline and Zeri items later in the game. I tried some setups with double Shojin, but she does have to take a break between ults for one auto attack, which makes the setup a lot less impressive. One more reason why triple Shojin is the best build is because her ability range is global, but her auto attack range isn't. This means as long as every rocket hits, she will be able to stay in her corner while cleaning up the entire board. I'd say there are 2 ways to play this comp. One is to roll for Jinx 3 together with Vi 3 with a slow roll on level 6. Vi will act as your main tank and receive all the usual defensive items like Varmox, Bramble, Dragon's Claw or Redemption. After hitting your 3 stars, you can include 4 or 6 Zorn if that gives you the Virus chem mod. Otherwise, it's pretty much just the usual frontline with 4 or 6 gunners. Personally, I think the better approach is to roll for a Jinx 2-star to stabilize and use the power spike to rush towards level 8. You set yourself up with Zeri 2-star as your second win condition and focus on a healthy frontline with the usual suspects of Sejuani, Cyan and Jarvan. Regarding chem mods, you should give Jinx the Adaptive Implant, Virulent Bioware or the Shimmer Injection. In this setup, you should not bother with the Robotic Arm for 2 reasons. Number 1, she can't actually proc it. The rockets don't count for the chem mod and she will never do a single attack. The other reason is that she doesn't make any use out of attack speed. Don't build Zeke, or if you do, put the Jace next to the Zeri on the other side. Jinx in this setup will not benefit from attack speed in any way. As for augments, you should highly value +1 to Gunners or Zorn. As I mentioned before, the Gunner trait will heavily increase your damage and the Zorn emblem allows you to reach the overcharged mods. Most of them are quite powerful and in some cases you can aim for the Jarvan Chem Tank strategy where he jumps into the enemy cluster, dealing massive amounts of magic damage after he's taken out. While this comp is definitely powerful, it is still beatable. But I would say the real problem lies in how accessible the core setup is. Finding a Jinx 2-star with 3 Shojins is something you can force every single game. And if the setup allows you to reach a quick and easy top 4 placement every single time, it can definitely become quite meta warping once several players in the lobby start forcing it, which doesn't result in a very healthy game state. Now, the players might be wrong about this, and both Bastion and Jinx won't warp the meta as much as we are currently fearing, but time will tell in the end. I hope you learned something and see you next time.